Okay, so you guys have seen this video already, and I was like, wow, wow. So as it turns out, Beck is the original Wipey. Yes, you heard it, ladies and gentlemen. She is the original Wipey. And I'm just like, yes, Beck, yes, keep them coming. Now, this content I can live with Beck. This is some good content. But anyways, without further ado, and I also have Beck sped up a bit. So you might have to slow it down on your end, but I have it sped up a bit. But anyways, let's get into it.
To react to Karina's video in this one. And I think I'll continue to do a few more reacting to reactors videos in the future. I'm not sure how many I'll do or which videos to react to just yet, but I definitely want to at least do a Mr. Snowflake video and probably the ankle and maybe a few compilations from others.
And honestly, I think it's a great idea. I'm down for that idea, honestly. And the other thing I wanted to mention, I have seen that my Canadian bacon is having a conniption because Beck is getting some attention. It's like, girl, you had attention for like 2.5 years of not being giving us anything, and until the last 3 days. Girl, sit down. Nobody cares. No one cares. Anyways, back to Beck.
I'm going to keep it simple with videos that either have me in them or are about things I feel like I have something to add from my perspective. Some people think I should spill everything I know, and some people think I should just stop talking about her entirely. For a long time, I kept a lot of things to myself out of respect for privacy, something that she never gave me during our relationship. And
well, Beck, I'm going to be speaking for myself here. I never thought you should stop talking about her. No, sir. I always thought you should spill out the beans, but you had a little bit more morals, character than she does. And the reason I felt that way, and the reason that Amber never stopped talking about you, because it is true. She made bank on you. She made bank by just putting your name in the title. Yeah, why would she stop? Like, honestly, why would she stop?
fear of retaliation, which was something that happened anyway. She was angry with me for leaving her even though she didn't really love me. She continued over all these years to throw insults at me and lie about me despite me being fairly quiet other than a few Q&As and corrections. But you all shown me that it really is my story to tell however I want to tell it. I don't want to do an entire tell-all about all the dirty details. It does feel mean and it isn't who I am. But there's...
You see, Beck, that's what I mean. You have some morals. You have empathy, sympathy. You have... I guess it's moral. It's not a word I'm looking for. Yep, character. No, it's not a word I'm looking for. But you guys, you understand what I'm saying. And Amber thought you would cower down to her like you did for so many years. And you're her easy go-to, quick cash grab, if that makes any sense. So if she knew you weren't going to say anything or retaliate back, why would she stop? This is the only way you can get her to stop. And also, cleanse your soul. Like, tell us your side of the story. Not that anybody really ever believed. Well, maybe some people believe her side of the story, but at least this way you get to tell your own version of the story.
So other things I can say and talk about that are still true and valid experiences for me, whether she wants me to talk about them or not. And yes, I threatened to sue Amber if she kept talking about me, but she never did stop, and now it's well past that. This is YouTube after all. I may have been mentally unprepared to deal with it in the past, but things are different now. I'm entitled to respond as much as she is, and to talk about my past and present as little or as much as I want. I like...
Guys, another thing that's kind of like a sweet revenge in Beck's part. Listen to this. Amber, we all saw it, got dumped by a woman who loves their girls to be deaf vets, right? Imagine getting dumped by a woman who loves their women to be deaf vets. Whoa, that's like, and I know people that have used this example a lot, but really that's the only thing that comes to mind. That's like a kidnapper returning the kidnappee because they couldn't take it. You know what I mean? So, and then to pour salt to the wound, Beck is engaged to get married. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that hilarious.
Reacting to reactors because they're more thoughtful people than Amber is, and they give me a buffer for her content and from her. They've been kinder to me even at my worst than Amber ever has, and that's why I'd rather give them attention than her now. So for my first reaction, since Karina gave me a platform to share my voice on, I'd like to react to her content. So let's get into it.
So we are going to be talking about what I heard yesterday in Amber's live stream. I knew that she was going to do this, and I figured it was going to take her about like a few live streams to do it. But no, in her stream, she decided to totally go off and say things about Beck, caught in very interesting things. And she says she has a lot of dirt on Alexis.
I love how anytime that she has a falling out with somebody, she's just like, I have so much dirt on that person. I have this and
Yeah, that's a tactic that a lot of losers use. You know, that means they got nothing. They got nothing. And Amber tried to pull the same thing with Emily after Emily dumped her. She threatened to expose her. Expose her for what? We already know that Emily likes that fat. But what else more could you possibly tell us, Amber? What more could you possibly tell us? You know, make it make sense.
No, she doesn't. It's just a fear tactic for her to silence people because she doesn't want to have people see that side of her. And so she doesn't have to take accountability for her actions. If there weren't things that you did wrong, then you wouldn't be needing to threaten people into silence.
What I base my opinions on is what public figures say publicly accessible information, okay? And please do not go to anyone's channel and leave mean-spirited, negative, disparaging comments or comments.
I think it's really good that Karina puts that in all of her videos because I feel like with Amber, it's kind of the opposite. She is trying to weaponize her audience into going after people that she's trying to keep silent.
Whoa. That's an odd thing for Beck to say. So, did Amber in the past send her loyal supporters to harass Beck? And now it's making me think that she tried to pull the same trick again by sending her loyal supporters to go after Beck, but Beck is in a better headspace to be able to handle. If that is true, Amber, you are truly effed up. Like, listen, you guys, I'm already feeling punchy because I've been watching some of the old videos and with Crystal, and I say how manipulative this woman was and still is. I'm a little bit punchy. As I'm recording this, I just got done watching one of Uncle's videos. You know, he was covering her during the Crystal era. Yeah, Amber, I thought I didn't like you before, honey. The more and more I'm doing this deep dive and watching more and more of your videos, I am really, 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 really disliking you even more if that's possible.
Okay, so here's what she says about Beck. She says that Beck is now making content about her. And obviously, she is upset that Beck is making content about her. All I have to say about this is that Beck has every right to respond to all the lies that you've talked about them for years. Amber says, oh, well, you know, I did speak about them a few times. It wasn't a few times. You've made a lot of videos. You've went off on Beck recently in a live stream saying that Beck is lying about everything. And by the way, she repeats this in this live stream. She says, it's fine that Beck wants to tell their story, but like, don't lie.
That's a surprise.
About me. Who is lying about you? I think Beck needs to react and respond to any allegation that they so choose fit.
Thank you, Karina. Everything I have said about Amber has been honest. And I haven't really said anything wild about Amber, anything out of pocket or anything. But like, when you say lies about me, I am going to defend myself and I'm going to tell my side of the story of what happened.
Good for you, Beck. Good for you. There were two people involved in this story. Both people should be allowed to tell their versions of the story. Not one person should be dictating how the story gets to be told. Good for you. We'll be here for popcorns and a moral support.
Because you've made hundreds of thousands of dollars on Beck, and now she's obviously visibly upset that Beck is making content. Beck asked you repeatedly, please stop speaking about me. And it wasn't just a few times. It wasn't just a couple of times like Amberlynn says in this live stream. It was a bunch of times. So first thing she says about Beck is that pretty much Beck is lying about her.
To be fair, she's only saying that everybody's lying about her. Everybody she has met, all of her exes, all of her ex-friends. Somehow they're all lying on her. Come on. You all gotta believe this. Come on.
Okay. Then she says that listen to this, that they did not have the best relationship. Why did you lie? You lied extensively saying there were things going on between you guys that were not. You were saying lots of different other things, like that if Beck didn't want to be with me, then they wouldn't be with me. That's a lie, because you stopped them from leaving you many times. Beck later told us. So she says that.
And you guys, that's pure insanity. Okay, so let's see. Apparently she's tried to stop the Wipey number 2, not Beck. Beck is the OG Wipey, the recent Wipey from dumping her. Then she tried to KY herself when Destiny tried to dump her. And then with Crystal, she talked Crystal out of breaking up with her, but even though Crystal wanted to break up with her, it took Crystal's aunt to tell Amber to beat it for Amber to get the hint that her and Crystal were done. I know I got the clip somewhere. I need to find that clip and I'll make a video about it. Yeah. So Amber is full of poo-poos.
She wasn't in a good place when she was with Beck, which I can understand. Okay, that's true. And then she says, but it takes two to tango.
By saying that it takes two to tango, you are admitting that you did wrong, but you're not being specific about what or taking any accountability for it. Meanwhile, I will take accountability for the things that you said that I did wrong in the relationship. I know I wasn't very affectionate. I didn't call you pet names fast enough. You always would say that I would side with everybody else over you, but that was truly because I felt like you were in the wrong in those.
Oof, that was a lot. Okay, so what Amber was doing was trying to minimize her part. It's more like, yeah, I did something, but so did they. So you should be looking at that person. That's what she's doing right there. And it was very clear from watching the videos of her and Beck and them that there was nothing there. Beck was just there pretty much to be caretaker number one. I don't know how else to put it. And the other thing with her friends, remember they were living with Eric and Ricky? To me, when I saw some of the videos from that era, it also sounds to me like Amber was trying to divide and conquer. Isolate Beck from all of her friends, isolate Beck from all of her family. Sorry, I'm still getting used to the they pronoun. So that way, Beck will have nobody else but her. But what is also messed up is, since Amber burns all of her bridges with everybody, she turns around and steals Beck's friends, Eric and Ricky. I mean, I know you can really steal somebody. They went along with her because obviously she was still getting something out of them. Even now they're completely done, the friendship is done. It's messed up. All around, it's messed up. Amber is effed up. That was my main point. Holy crap.
Moments. And you were. And though you see me as a bad partner, I did so much for you. And these things do not add up to the things you've put me through.
All these bad things, and I could say, like, I'm paraphrasing, I could say all these horrific things about them, but I'm not that type of person. Amberlynn, just in this live stream, you said that Beck is lying. You said that it's okay with you. Oh, thank you for giving permission, oh queen, for them to talk. Please. You said that they could tell their story, but don't lie about me, and that it takes two to tango in the relationship. Amberlynn, you controlled Beck financially and in every other single way. So basically, she did not waste any time. She immediately went after Beck, and she's basically saying that she wasn't the only bad one in the relationship, that Beck is currently lying about her. What genuinely bothers me here is that Amber says that she could say horrific and bad things about Beck, but chooses not to when she already has. Amberlynn went on Instagram, said the worst date she's ever had was with Beck. Amberlynn went around making superficial comments about superficial things about Beck.
And you guys, she did say those horrible things about Beck. And I took a couple of snippets from Being Back in the Curry. I'll link them. They did this channel, they did the compilation of Amber being absolutely terrible to Beck's face. So I only took a little snippet from that video just to showcase exactly how Amber felt about Beck.
You're so hot. Ugh, I can't take it. Can you be mine? That's a lie. I know they're trolling.
So hot.
I know they're trolling.
I'm not even in a shot anymore.
You see, right there, example number 1. This is during the live stream era with Beck because, she needed Beck to be there to be able to collect all that money. Somebody gives Beck a compliment. Right away she goes, oh, they're trolling you. That's a lie. Amber never really had any care or respect for Beck. She was just somebody there to be her gopher, basically, because she felt like she deserved better. She felt like she deserved better than Beck. Beck was nothing but means to an end. Anyways, let's continue with this clip.
They're trolling.
I mean, yeah.
I only watch so I can see Becky's amazing face. Liar. Okay, this Stella girl.
Unreal, right? Unreal. The only reason I'm still going to keep on repeating this, Amber is upset, is she feels like how dare Beck dump her because she, in her eyes, she was the winner. Beck should have kissed her butt. Well, she wiped it. So, anyways, she is still bitter that Beck dumped her. That's all this is all about. Anyways, let's continue. And there's also music, so I don't want to get copyrighted. So, anyways, let's continue.
Becky, I love you, and I want the best for you, but I feel like she's trolling.
And it's okay.
Did you see what she just said?
Yeah, I did.
I mean, I know you'd be all about that. Like, that's,
Becoming a nurse, BRB.
But I just don't want you to be hurt.
It's okay, don't worry.
I know that super chat that was shown on the screen, the person gave Beck a compliment and semi-hitting on Beck, whether it was real or not. You see how right away she had to just shut down Beck. Like, what? There's no way you guys are hitting on Beck. Get out of here. You see how quickly she had to shut it down and demean her.
I'm just afraid that someone's gonna do something to you.
Oh, you mean like how I said the same thing to you? I get your concern.
Yeah, for sure.
You ain't gotta worry about nothing.
This sounds bad, but now I know what, like, that love feels like. Wait.
This Shamoot is so rude. She just broke up with Beck. She's already talking to Wipey number 2. And Beck is sitting right there and she's already in love. Every single one of her relationships, she's already in love. Every single one of her relationships, she's gonna marry all of them. Like Pokemon, gotta collect them all. Thank God they all dumped her. Thank God they all dumped her.
Never mind. We support each other. There's things that she's working on and there's things that I'm working on. And if you can get into a relationship and want to be a better person for them and for yourself and for each other, like, that is already a positive sign, because it seems like every time I get into a relationship, like, I just go downhill.
Oh, this makes me so angry. Meanwhile, she's sitting there all pious and probably Beck just got done wiping her ass like not even 20 minutes ago. She just found this new girlfriend and Beck has been doing everything, including her wiping her ass for her. No. Beck did not do anything for her. Anyways, that's just a little snippet that I got from being back in a curry. I'll link the channel just to showcase you how disrespectful, and she never had anything or care for Beck except for what she can get out of Beck and what Beck can do for her. Screw you, Amber.
She's talked about a lot of reaction channels, right? In the same way, making statements about certain things that Amber always cries about. Oh, don't talk about me and my thing. Okay, right. You have not stopped trashing Beck. I knew that you could not help yourself. You not only owe this person a large amount of money from the live streams, but have some decency. This person went through renal failure and still drove you around.
And honestly, I agree with Karina's sentiment there. I was not aware how much money Amber was bringing in during the Beck era when Beck was on screen because people liked Beck. And she told Beck she would share the money with her. She lowballed Beck on how much she was actually making per live stream. So Beck, being a trusting person, never questioned it at all. Never once questioned it. So that meant her saying that Amber owes Beck thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Even if you deduct the cost of living, half of the bills, everything else, even if you deduct all of that, Amber still owes Beck thousands and thousands of dollars. I agree with that sentiment.
And you filmed them while they were incoherent. This person did everything for you for 4 years. And when they dared to break up with you, like I said, it's narcissistic injury. Oh, well, this person dared to break up with me. Well, how dare they make content about me? Well, you made content about them. You've made hundreds of thousands of dollars on them when they were in the pool telling them, oh, you better sit down, don't get up, Like, you've continued to talk about them. After the breakup, Amber Lynn has made a lot of money on Beck. So I personally feel that this happened way sooner than I thought. I thought that it would take her a few live streams to go off on Beck, but it didn't. I don't believe that Beck is lying. At the end of the day, Beck put up with so much, doing so much for you. They gave up a real relationship, okay? They gave up certain things in relationship that you guys were not doing for years on end. They gave up time with their family, and members of their family are no longer with us, and they gave up time with them for you. And yes, everybody makes their own decisions, but the point is you financially control them, and you are still trying to trash them and being upset that they have something to say.
And I truly, honestly feel like I was obligated to do so because she didn't have anybody else in her life. Like, she had burned every single bridge of every other person in her past. She had no one but me and the people around me, and she took all of us down with her. I felt that if I had left, that the animals wouldn't get taken care of, and I already knew that Amber could not take care of herself. In one of my last lives with Amber, you guys heard me say, who's the one that's been wiping you? And obviously I didn't mean for anybody to hear that, but you guys did. And I'd only said that because I was just so frustrated in that moment because she kept acting like I hadn't done anything for her. At one point, she said that I didn't do any caretakery things for her, so I didn't feel like a caretaker. But I did start to feel like a caretaker, and I'd felt like one since we had lived with Eric and Ricky. So that's where the whole wiping thing started, was when we were living with Eric and Ricky. And
Wait a minute. I'm sorry, I'm not laughing. I am laughing, but I'm not. It's one of those things. Wait, these two were together for like what? 4, 5 years? Beck was wiping Amber's ass for 5 freaking years? What? Beck, even from the clips I just showed you guys when they were sitting next to each other, that was just after Beck broke up with Amber. And right before Wipey number 2 moved in, Beck was still wiping Amber's ass. Holy moly. Whoa. And now Amber is in Oklahoma by herself. Her mom cannot be her caretaker. She has her own life. She has a fiancé to take care of. She has her own household to take care of. Amber is a grown-ass woman. How is Amber taking care of the pets? I mean, like, now we know she can wipe her behind because apparently she bought one of those extending sticks that you can buy to help you assist to wipe your butt. She said that on a live stream. I am not making that up. In one of our recent live streams, she said that's how she wipes her ass nowadays. We know she is not taking that dog out. So the dog is just pissing and pooping in the house. Is that what's going on now? And again, back to, holy crap. Beck was wiping Amber's ass for 5 years? I cannot. Who wants to have relations with somebody after all that? Especially with somebody that you had no feelings for. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're with somebody for a long time. Sorry, it cut me off there. But what I mean is, I'm excluding people who have been in loving relationships, who have been in marriages for years and years, and that a spouse falls ill, and, that's understandable. But I'm talking about these two specifically. This is insanity. This is absolute insanity.
I didn't stop until the day we broke up. But even before then, I felt like a caretaker. I would do all of the housework, all of the cleaning. I would help her try to maintain her hair because it would get matted. And I would help her wash the back of her neck because she would wear chokers and it would rub on the back and like stain it. So I'd try to help her get the stain off. So while...
Wait. Chokers give you stains in the back of your neck? We understand that's not what was going on here. So Amber was making dough in the back of her neck, basically. That's what Beck is trying to tell us without being rude. So that was what was going on with Amber. Her neck was making dough too as well. She was baking bread back there. Oh my Lord, Beck. Yeah. Amber owes you all that money, including all of this caretaking. Yeah, she owes you the money.
I wasn't perfect. I did do my best, and none of that excuses the things that you have said about me and the lies you have told. And none of that makes our experiences equal. So that's it for this video. The rest of the video is just about Amber's current breakup, and I don't really want to speak on that right now. I want to thank Karina Kaboom again for the nice things that she said about me in this video. And if you missed the last video, it is a taste of what is to come with my upcoming videos about more.
Yeah, you guys, like my beautiful giraffe is showing right here. That's how I'm feeling right now. I'm just like, what? What? Come again. I'm sorry. What? Oh my God. But yeah, that's what Beck said. That is exactly what Beck said. And Beck is the original OG Wipey, man. Beck is the OG Wipey. Oh my goodness. I cannot imagine. Beck, you are a better person than I am. Honestly, you are way of a better person than I am. But that's what I got for this video, you guys. I will catch you in the next video. Later. Bye-bye.